Welcome to my channel. To consolidate this video, this will be a pause and play style video, meaning if the scroll bar is going too fast, then just pause so you can read and then resume. If you like this content, please like and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Patreon as well. Let's get started. After dating on and off for over 6 years, my child's mother moved in with me when she became pregnant. Around the time of our child's birth, issues arose, and shortly after, I had to begin court proceedings due to our relationship breakdown. So this was the downfall. This first slide here is the Facebook post that she posted. Basically, this is the reason I wasn't able to see my child be born, and then this is the comment section here with her friends and family kind of cheering her on as if, everything was fine. Then we go to the next slide here. So not able to see my daughter be born, but as soon as, she's done with the hospital, my daughter's here in the world, she then wants to immediately come to my house and meet up. So here's our messaging conversation where, I couldn't see my daughter because of COVID, but right when she's born, we're going to come right over. There are some issues that arose, and now I tried to email her to mediate and to create some kind of plan. So that was just the full email, and so I'm going to zoom in here, and you can see the types of things that I was concerned with at this point in time. I'm trying to get a schedule. I'm trying to get custody, of course. I'm trying to figure out support, traveling, my last name, and you can see at the top that all she cares about is child support. And this is just the rest of the email trying to explain, like, here are ways that we can mediate and people that we can go to. And again, I asked her to let me know within 14 days, but she got right back to me to tell me that all she wants was child support. Getting to the transcript. There are a few highlights to note. Firstly, this hearing was filed as an emergency one, meaning it was brought before the judge just a day or so after filing. However, despite not meeting the criteria for being truly emergent as detailed in the court order, I was still granted relief. Secondly, you'll observe that the mother of my child chose not to participate in this hearing, a fact I emphasized in the paragraph as you scroll through. Thirdly, you'll notice that the judge offered me advice such as contacting DCPP and reaching out to resources. I will address these resources in another video, either already published or forthcoming. Okay, so I'm gonna talk you guys through this transcript. If you guys have never been to court before, trust me, this was my first time in this instance for family court, and I wasn't really sure what to expect. I wish I had somebody that had a video like this, that way I can kind of see how things are going, but essentially the court is the judge and the clerk is, of course, the judge's assistant. And so we're essentially going to get started with everybody swearing in. Because I'm the only one a part of this hearing, I'm the only one that gets sworn in. Once I'm sworn in, the judge, again, then just kind of reiterates things on the record, just to make sure it's the correct case, and he reiterates what's in the court order. Sorry, not the court order, in my motion, which you'll see that he basically reads my motion. As you can tell, they're trying to contact the other party. As you know, the other party at this moment is unwilling to participate, and they actually put it on the record here. This is him kind of reiterating on the record emergency order to show cause, and it was filed by me. Just going through more information, and then you see him asking me. Reiterating the motion, and then it's my turn to talk, and I'm just kind of like talking, trying to explain my situation, explain what's going on, and of course just asking for some relief. Yeah, this transcript is not too much goes on except for her inability or her refusal to participate in this hearing. It's really the next hearing that's pretty intense and has a lot going on with it. But this one again is just the judge talking to me. I believe that because the other party didn't want to participate, that they offered me relief. But again, it's just me kind of reiterating everything that's going on, what has been happening. And here's, they're saying, they got a hold of the other party and they're completely unwilling to cooperate. So the judge does order genetic testing at this point. And I did file for other issues, but and that will come up in the next hearing as well. The judge will reiterate that, but I had filed for custody and everything all at the same time. I just happened to do it as an emergency hearing because she had left the state, and I was very concerned at this moment in time. The judge constantly brings up Child Protective Services. In New Jersey, we call it DCPP. Continuously bringing it up and telling me that it's not bad. I was very ignorant at the beginning in my first hearing, so I even state that I don't really want to get anybody in trouble. He continuously does it, so I of course call them, and unfortunately it just caused more issues than it actually than anything, because they don't really do anything. They didn't do anything. They just inspected everyone's home and made a report. So after this is our court order. So after your hearing, you'll be issued a court order. So this is what some of them look like. Not all of them look the same, and I'll explain that later in the future. You'll see different court orders. But it's the second page in the middle that's highlighted here. We're going to zoom in so that everyone can see exactly what that text says. So even though it didn't meet it didn't qualify as like an emergency, or didn't warrant pursuit of Krode versus DeGoya, they still offered relief by forcing the mother to come back within 24 hours and then ordering genetic testing. So this emergent hearing really sped everything along for me, but most emergent hearings would not be accepted. So after this hearing, we go now into kind of the aftermath, where the hearing is over, and now the mother decides to withhold my daughter from me. And so I'm continuously emailing her, letting her know it's been this many days since I've seen my daughter. At some point, she does get back to me, and we make plans to do something, and then she ends up canceling those plans. But after the hearing, she immediately starts withholding my daughter from me. So, keeping these emails was great. It was smart of me at the time to try to do this, just to try to kind of keep a record, but more importantly, just to try to get some dialogue, because phone calls and text messaging wasn't working at the time. So there you have it. So we'll get to the lessons now. Conclusion and lessons to be learned. Always document everything and aim to minimize communication tools, such as text, email, and phone calls, especially the latter. Hindsight provides clarity, and in a courtroom scenario, it feels like a battle where documentation is crucial due to the court's operational norms. Avoid contacting DCPP, Division of Child Protective and Permanency, unless absolutely necessary, as this action may have repercussions in the future. Understand that outcomes from one court hearing may not necessarily apply to subsequent hearings, particularly in a case of uncooperative behavior from the other party. Thank you for watching my video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below. If you found this content helpful and would like to see more, simply like and subscribe. Thank you again, and remember, learn, adapt, and overcome.